What's going on? This is Mr. Opinionated coming to you with a review. As many of you know, I've been blogging for a little bit more than 2 years, maybe 3 years or so. So one of the reasons that I created the Opinionated log was, of course, because I like supporting smaller businesses. I like supporting artists and entrepreneurs and people who may not get as much as attention as these big mainstream stars or people who don't have Walmart budgets and things like that. So one of the things that I do is I try new places that are small, that are not as well publicized, and I try to see, what's to them. Most of the time, people recommend them. Sometimes I see them post on Facebook or something, so I decided to try them. Okay, so today I tried New Life Health Foods, which was recommended to me by Tanya Bonds. I know I was asking for places that serve vegetarian foods or dishes, so this was one of the places she recommended that she's tried and she's frequented. Okay, so first off, I was going there for like some food because I was hungry, like some prep food. However, I found out that they don't offer that service anymore. However, they do still have items that do fall in the food line that are vegetarian or vegan. Not a vegetarian or vegan. I've just been eating less meat because I've seen so many stories come up and down the Facebook feed, and I'm pretty sure many of you have saw them in regards to food and, handling of meat conditions and things like that. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to take a little break from as much meat. I wasn't really eating a whole lot of red meat anyway, but anyway, so pretty cool spot. So let me show you some of the things that I picked up. First, and most of you are familiar with Morningstar items from the grocery store. So I picked this Italian sausage bake. Of course, it's supposed to be their spin on meat, but it's not meat. So I grabbed this, and I grabbed some Morningstar, some hot and spicy sausage patties. So, I've walked in and was kind of disappointed that I wasn't going to eat hot food, but she said, you know what? We do have some frozen food items, and they were kind of like around the counter. So she was like, feel free to come around so I could look through them, grab some things that I could incorporate into what I was already eating anyway. So I grabbed those. So I'm going to cook some of this and see how it tastes. Secondly, I grabbed some Brags. I do know my friend Story Devereaux was talking about this apple cider vinegar yesterday on her post, and I've had Brags before. I'm not sure I finished it, but a lot of people are saying that it's supposed to aid and assist with digestion, and it kind of helps you flush toxins and stuff out. So I figured, let me try the Brags thing again and see how it works for me, because I'm trying to be healthier. That's kind of where this whole kick is coming from. I say that as you get older, you gotta take better care. And Becky says Trader Joe's has good vegan things. I've been to Trader Joe's. I do like their stuff. I can't remember the last thing I bought there, but I do like Trader Joe's. And I normally go to the one in Oak Park. And you're right, Becky, they are not as high. They're not as high as Whole Foods, I will tell you that. But I do frequent Trader Joe's, so I do like them. So I grabbed some Brags, so I'm going to be incorporating that. And I probably will tell you how that works, because it is a little bitter. But I think that a lot of people say they are diluting it just a bit. What else did I get? I got some cookies. Of course, this I could not wait, because the only thing I had today was a kiwi. So a cranberry orange muffin cookie from the Alternative Baking Company. Have not checked them out yet, but it was awesome. A very good cookie. So I'm going to see if, it's a vegan cookie. I am a sweet fanatic. For most of the people that know me, I will take cakes and cookies over food any day, because I am just that addicted to the stuff. So I grabbed it. First thing I saw was like, oh, you got cookies. So grabbed the cookie. Very good. It's a vegan cookie. And there is one more. It is a peanut butter persuasion cookie. So this is the cookie. On the back, of course, nutritional information. And on this one, of course, it says it's vegan. I'm not a vegan, but I do dabble every once in a while. I don't think I'm ready for that strict regimen as of yet. And the last thing I purchased was alkaline water. I've been drinking more water, and I think I have learned what people have been saying all along, that water is actually magic. Our bodies are like made of 98% of water. However, a lot of people don't even drink water. You know, people drinking soda. If you're like me, I am a juice fanatic. Well, I was a juice fanatic before I started trying to change some of my habits. So just was drinking juice. I drank water, but I was not drinking it faithfully. But I have been drinking water, trying to get through a gallon of water per day. Doesn't always work. But I learned about alkaline water from some of the people in the poetry community. I believe K Love talks about alkaline water. I went to one of her shows and she was talking about how wonderful it was. But I typically have to wait until I get on the south side of the Culture Connection when I go work out. But I am happy to know that there is a place on the west side that has alkaline water. So I'm going to pay $8 for the bottle, and the refill is $1 per gallon. So I can take this in and get it refilled for $1. So that is a super great deal. So alkaline water, and you know, when you use water, you're going to have to use the washroom a little bit more. But my body has felt better. It helps flush you out, and it also helps with weight loss. So I recommend you try some alkaline water. So what are the things that I liked about New Life Health Foods? The staff was friendly. That is very important. For people that know me or go places with me, whether it's a restaurant or a store, the first 3 minutes kind of seals the deal for me. Thank you, Altavis. If I walk in your business and you do not say hello to me within the first 1 to 2 minutes, or wave and acknowledge me, or if you're with another customer, I am walking out of your business. I think that you should be paying attention to that door. You should be paying attention to the foot traffic. If you can't speak when new customers are walking in, then you need to retrain your staff or retrain yourself. So that was one of the things that I was happy. When I walked into the business, I was acknowledged. You have to acknowledge your customers. The presentation was nice. You have to keep your places clean. Many small businesses sometimes kind of fall off in this sense. So I was happy that, it was clean. The presentation was well. The shelves were stocked. If they're not stocked, they were faced well. For those of you who, you've been in retail, I used to work in Osco. So the facing was nice. It was pleasant. It was well lit. And I was happy with the presentation of the store. The young ladies that serviced and helped me, they were helpful. I asked them, just general questions because I'd never been there. I'm like, how long has your business been here? They were able to tell me that. Facebook page, I couldn't find them on Facebook initially, so that was one of the first things I said when I walked in. I was like, I didn't see your Facebook page. And she was like, no, we're there. She was able to direct me to the Facebook page, so I liked them. And it was they were just pleasant because, a lot of times smaller companies get hit with just not being pleasant or being rude, particularly black-owned businesses, because I hear so many people say, you know what, I didn't get this type of service and that. This place was very friendly. They were nice. They were knowledgeable. And, I was able to learn a little history. They did used to serve hot foods. I believe she said they used to be a restaurant. In addition, there were records mounted on the wall. Those records you see, kind of gold records with the artist and their name and their sales. I found out that their grandfather owned Barney's Records. So I guess they, there's some family history there. Yeah, it is good information, Lisa, because I think there's so much history with these businesses, and that, small businesses, because you can drive right past the place. There is no big neon sign, but they do have colorful things in the window. So it doesn't pop out at you, but when you go in, you definitely know that this is a small kind of mom's pops business, but it is a family-owned business, which is so important because most of the time, these the businesses, they kind of go out of business. Yeah, Tanja, I made it over. Okay, Becky, the address is 3141 West Roosevelt, New Life Health Foods. So they not only had these items, but they had, supplements and dietary things and vitamins and things to make it healthy, to make you healthy and to keep your body kind of going. So I like one of the flyers that they have. It says, of course, detox now, and it's saying ongoing health does not occur by chance. It's something you have to build upon and maintain and work at maintaining. So they have some information, about their specials, their alkaline water, their women's renewed, their men's rebuild. So it's a super cool place. I really liked it, and they were nice. And they have information about building up community and supporting small businesses, specifically Black-owned businesses. So I loved it. I'm glad that it was recommended to me, because one of my biggest things is that, a lot of my friends, live on the South Side or not. There are always places on the South Side, specifically Black-owned businesses. But I'm like, we don't have anything on the West Side. So they used to have a vegan restaurant, right? I went there for some hot food, Tanja, so I didn't have my hot food, but I had the cookie. The cookie was good, so I'm gonna go find. I think I may just incorporate that into the cabbage that I cooked yesterday, the items that I purchased. But it was nice, and they were professional, and they were friendly, and those are two of the main things I look for: professional, friendly, and clean. And they were younger ladies that they were servicing me. I'm pretty sure they were younger than I, probably in their 20s. And they, with younger people, they kind of get like pigeonholed with saying, they're rude, they're not attentive to the customers. But they were attentive to the customers. They were able to answer my questions. They were very professional. So I give them a thumbs up. You have to try New Life Health Foods. And most people say, you say nice things about everybody. I do, because I don't believe in slandering people. But if there are things that I think need to be improved on, I will say it. So I will be back, especially to refill on my alkaline water, because water is key. So if you haven't tried them before, New Life Health Foods, right in the Lawndale community on the west side of Chicago. Go to them. You're trying to be healthier. It's a new year. You're trying to get that body right. Tanja says yes to New Life, a staple in North Lawndale. And I've never heard about him. So unless it was through other people, and I've never been there. So I was happy that I went. I was happy to support them. So, we have to support our smaller businesses, because they don't have the money like the Walmart and the Targets and the McDonald's and all these huge businesses with these gigantic advertising budgets and these nice plush places for customers to come into. So we have to support our small businesses, because everybody started out as a small business. If we support them, they can grow into larger businesses and corporations. Then they can begin to employ people. Tanya says, I'll be there this week. I need alkaline water and black seed oil. I did see some black seed oil there. But, I was surprised, like the alkaline water, the pricing was so cheap to get your refills. So I'm hooked, and that's it. So what else do I have to say? Oh, you may be asking, my t-shirt. I have a Solid Souls t-shirt. This is one of the open mics that I attend, and little plugger for them. They have an event coming up on April 16th at the Quarry. I believe they have a best dress contest. Hold on, let's see. Becky says, one thing to remember: when you go vegan, you lose some energy, so do a fair amount of proteins. If you stay with some meats, use turkey, not ribs or chicken. Yeah, I like turkey, so I've been doing a lot of turkey. But I've, like, red meat, I kind of been off red meat as much, because people keep sharing stuff in their Facebook feeds, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I don't want to eat that anymore. So I don't know, Becky, if I'm going in that direction, but possibly. And this is kind of the event, the plugger for the upcoming Solid Soul Sundays. That's the shirt I have. So if you are trying to check out some open mics or local things, hit me up. I go to a lot of them, and I can kind of give you some direction in that area. And finally, you can follow me on opinionated.com. I'm actually going to post this video here. Have a Facebook page, so give me a like. And if you have some places that you just love, doesn't have to be a black-owned businesses, but I prefer that it would be a small business that they could be a really great small business, or they could be a business that you say, you know what, I don't think a lot of people know enough about you. I will stop by and check them out and see how they're doing, what kind of services, what kind of products they have, and I will share it, because this is how these businesses grow. We have to patronize them, and we have to share, and we got to give some feedback, because when you have a business, you want some feedback, and you have to be open to feedback and improvement so that your customers can get the best experience. So that's my business review for today. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.